Hi, everybody. Oh my goodness, it's been a while since I had to set all of this up and get going here. And I was having a hard time with that tonight. Oh my goodness. Hopefully, one of these microphones is on, and hopefully, you guys can hear me. If you are watching and you can hear me, give me a thumbs up so I know everything is good. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, I am Michelle Solis. From This Must Be Ink, and I am coming to you live from Seekonk, Massachusetts. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I was going to show you guys tonight a fun fold using the new products from, or one of the new products from the, I thought my husband was coming to tell me that he couldn't hear me on my video. One of the new products from the new January to April mini catalog, and it's called Storybook Friends. So let's get the camera down here so you can see it. There we go. All right, so this is the new January to April mini catalog. Oh my goodness. Which you can see digitally on the website at stampinup.com. But if you'd like a paper copy, I know I'm a paper person. I like to have things in front of me to be able to look at. So if you're a paper person and you would like to have a physical copy of the catalog, just let me know, comment. I'm happy to get your address and send you a copy of the catalog. So this is the catalog, and this is January through April. Got a lot of beautiful products to start off the year to make lots of birthday cards. It's got some spring stuff in here. And on page, I wanted to say 35, but that was not it. Here we go, 25. So this is page 23, actually. We are looking at Storybook Moments. This is the Storybook Moments suite that comes with this really beautiful stamp set with all these little animals. Actually, the suite has two stamp sets. Let me show you. It's got one called Storybook Friends with all the little animals. And the other in the suite is Storybook Garden Patch. Both of those have coordinating dies. So if you purchased the entire suite, you would get both stamp sets and dies. And then you would also get the Timeless Plaid paper and the Storybook Friends. Is that what it's called? Storybook Moments paper, which I have to tell you is one of my favorite papers that they've done. Just really, really adorable with all these little animals, fruits and vegetables. I'm going to show it to you in real life here. But you also in the suite get this petal pink ribbon and some little antique pearls, which I did not get yet. I'm waiting for them to show up. So there's a bunch of layouts here, a bunch of products and little projects that they've done with this suite on the next couple of pages. And they show it to you in a card using all the pieces. There's also a scrapbooking kit that uses this Storybook Friends set. Just really a beautiful suite of products. Okay, so let me show you. First of all, the paper, which I'm in love with. All right, I've used some of this, but I did want to show it to you a little bit closer up. The images will show up, I think, better on the camera here. So you get two of each print. So there's two of this one with all these little houses. We're going to use one of these tonight. And then you get one with all these little chipmunks. Actually, I think this is all chipmunks on this page. Really adorable. Just so cute. I love chipmunks. Then you get one that is with this boho blue background with strawberries. And then this one with all the garden tools. Really cute. This one with all the vegetables. I wanted to say fruits and vegetables, but I think it's all vegetables. Some pumpkins in here. You could even bring these cards into fall. Here's another sheet with all bunnies. If they are not the most adorable, look at those. Just beautiful. Whoever painted this. Another with some garden equipment. And then let's look at the other side before we get to the cutouts. So these are the other sides. You get this, it's real vintage looking. I think this is wild wheat. Hang on, I got my paper all mixed up here. Here's the other one. This Lost Lagoon print. It says Lost Lagoon and Pebbled Path, I believe. All right, that's it. I showed you two sides. I'm sorry, that was probably confusing. I had one side and the other and the opposite side right after that. Okay. All right, so those are the papers. Now, if I could find the stamp set. Oh boy, I'm out of sorts tonight. Okay, what? I'm not sure how I put everything away, but of course I do. All right, so Storybook Friends, here's the stamp set. Now the images on the stamp set look really tiny. They're actually larger when you open them up and when you're using them. And then you've got the Storybook Friends dies. So this is a photopolymer set, which is really nice because it's just line outlines, and you're going to be able to stamp this and then color it with watercolor or watercolor pencil or blends. And then you're going to get this Storybook Friends dies set, which just makes the most beautiful cutouts. So this is the one we're using tonight. This beautiful frame creates this beautiful picture frame that we've used on this card. And then you also get this one, which is the frame that I used on this card. And I also used the piece that punched out here in the middle to make this sentiment tag over here. And then this one I have not used yet, but I did cut it out. Makes this beautiful piece. And then you get obviously the pieces that come out of the middle. Oh, let me grab them. So you'll get this oval that comes out that you can, of course, replace and use it like that, or you could use this oval for a sentiment piece on another card. This is the piece that comes out of this frame, and I used that as a sentiment piece there. And then this little square comes out of this frame, and of course you could use this as a sentiment piece or a design piece on another card. Okay. All right, and then the other dies that come in here are all the little animals. So they cut out the animals that you are stamping here, and they also cut animals out of some of the papers as well. All right, so those are the products. And I have to just tell you, I'm so in love with these. All right, we're not going to stamp any animals tonight, but we are going to use some of one of the sentiments. All right. Okay. I'm discombobulated already. So what happened right before, I didn't even tell everybody to take a sip. So take a sip, whatever you brought to sip this evening. I am drinking some mead, I believe is what my husband poured for me. Okay, so this is the card that we're going to make. We're going to do it a little different. We're going to make it with Lost Lagoon and Pebbled Path as the accent pieces. So that's what those are the two colors that we will be using to create this. And then I'm going to use this piece of the designer series paper for this front piece. And then I'm going to use this piece, which coordinates with that from the Timeless Plaid paper. It's got the Lost Lagoon colors and some of the gray, Pebbled Path. And I'm going to use that one for this strip here. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. First things first, let's make our card base. Now for this card, you will need a kind of a different size card base. Your large card base is going to be 5.5 by 6.5. So we're going to cut this 8.5 by 5.5 piece of paper. We're going to put it with the 8.5 side up to the top and cut it at 5.5, which is essentially in half. Then we're going to take that out. I'm going to open my arm and I'm going to cut that down to 6.5 inches. So it's a little bit different than you're typically making. And then we're going to score this at 4.25. So on the 6.5 side, you will take it to 4.25 and score. So this card will end up being 4.25 by 5.5, but it's going to have this little flap here. Okay, so you should have that little flap. Then you're going to have this second little piece that creates the small flap across the front, and that's going to be 3.25 by 4.25. So we will take this piece and do 3.25, and then we will turn it and do 4.25. And then we're going to turn it back to the 3.25 side being to the top of your trimmer, and you're going to score it at 3.25. I just cut that wrong. If I could read my own directions. I'm having a night. Okay. Erase what I just said. Go back. Cut that part of the video. All right. Let's try this again. Okay, we're going to make this 3.75. Goodness. By 4.25. So we're going to flip it and make it 4.25. Did I cut it wrong? Did I cut it right? No, I don't know what I did. No, I did cut it wrong. Okay, so 3.75. So with the 3.75 edge to the top, now we're going to score it at 3.25. Sorry, I looked at my 3.25 and I forgot that was the scoring. That was not the cutting. Oi! All right, well, we will have directions and measurements for this card on my blog. So tonight, when I get done with this and done with dinner, I will put this up on my blog. So that's what you will have right now. You will have two little card bases with flaps. All right. The other thing you will need for this card is the inside. You're going to need a white piece or vanilla piece for the inside, and that's going to be 4 by 5.25 as normal. Then you're going to, if you're going to use a mat on your pieces, which I am going to do, so you can see this one as the designer series paper, and then it's got a mat on top of your card base. If you're going to do mats, I'm going to give you the cutting dimensions for that. Your DSP pieces will be for the strip 2 by 5 1/4. Just make sure I've got that right. Yep, 2 by 5 1/4 for this strip. So your mat, which is optional, is going to be 2 1/8 by 5 3/8. Yes. I'm not trusting myself now. Okay, and then my designer series paper for the front is going to be 4 by 3. And so your mat for that will be 4 1/8 by 3 1/8. Yep, 3 1/8 by 4 1/8. Okay, so that's going to be my mat for that. Then I've got this little piece here that is, I think, 3 by 3, 3 by 3.5, that I'm going to use to cut out my little picture frame with my die. Okay, set that aside. All right, so let's put this together. I'm just going to burnish my folds. I'm going to put this together, and then we're going to talk about die cutting. Okay, so my card is going to go with this little flap to the left. This is my big card base. Your small card base is going to go on the right-hand side. You can do this 2 ways. You can attach it with the flap coming out on the back. I am not crazy about that look, so I attach it so that it is going to be folded under, and it'll be underneath your middle white piece. So the way I did that was I used some tear and tape because I want it to be really sticky and stick well there. I'm going to use a couple of pieces of tear and tape, or as you know, in my case, cut and tape. Okay. All right. So just going to burnish that real well. Take the backing off. Perhaps. There we go. Oh. All right. And then I'm going to bring that and I'm going to fold this over, fold this under, so that, and we're going to line it up to the edge of your card. So what I did here was I lined this up on my grid paper. Come down a little bit. Lined that up on my grid paper, and when I'm holding this here, I want to center it. So I've got 3 little squares on this side and 3 little squares on that side. And, oops, stop wiggling. So I can get that in centered in the middle. So just about 3 squares on either side. Get that on, and I'm just going to press that down. You want it to come right flush to the edge here. Then that will open like this, and this is where you will put your inside white piece. If you want to do any stamping on that, you would do that before you put it in there. I'm going to leave mine blank for this evening. And just glue that down. That's going to cover that little flap and be much prettier, I think, than showing it on the back side. Okay, so you're going to have this at this point. All right, so then we will just adhere our designer series paper to our panels. that one, and we've got this one. There we go. And that will go right to your card base. So we will just adhere those onto the panels of your card. This one on the strip. And this one on the front. Try not to get glue on my fingers here. I'm gonna hold this down and line this up here. There we go. Okay, so that's your fun fold. Super simple. And now it's just up to you to decorate it and make it your own. Okay, so we're going tonight to make this little picture frame with pebbled paths. So we will bring in our die cut machine for a second and cut that. Oops, moved there. There we go. Oops, lost my little, need that. Okay, so we will have our little picture frame here. Let's come back down. We'll have our little picture frame here. We can pop out all the little accents. It's got all these little pieces that come out and make it look very intricate and fancy. Pop all of those out. It's being stubborn. All these tiny little curly cues, which are super cute. I don't know what we could do with those. They're so tiny. They're cute. I don't know what you could use them for. They're squiggly. They look like little pieces of a flower. Actually, that might be cute as little pieces of a flower. I'll have to think that through. Okay, this last one. There we go. Okay. So then you also have this little piece that has popped out of the middle. And that's an important piece to hang on to, because what we want to do is we want to create this little scene in the middle, and we're going to cut that out of the paper. So I hang on to this, and then I'm going to grab my paper with the little house scenes here, and I'm going to decide which one it is that we want to use. So maybe this little guy. We could go this way. No, we want to go this way for this card. All right, so let's just cut this little house out here. Then I'm going to place this on top of my image. And I'm going to just fussy cut around this middle piece, leaving a border here because I want it to attach to the back. So it's got to be a little bit larger than the hole. So we're going to give it some space. That's probably enough room there. Cut this. And then cut this. Okay. Now let's see what that looks like. And that should work perfectly. You get a little bit of the image that was above it, but I don't think there's really any way not to get that in there. Okay, so you're just going to center it the best that you can. So we're going to put a little bit of glue on the back of the frame, just around the insert there. And then put our piece, and I'm not going to push it down too hard. I want to make sure I've got it centered where I want it. Oh, it's stuck to my finger now. And just get that centered up where you want it. There we go. I should have used my silicone mat so I didn't get glue everywhere. There we go. So we've got it glued on the back with the little house showing on the front. And we're going to glue it like that onto the front of our card. I think I'm going to do it with some dimensionals. And then we need to figure out which little character we're going to want, and we're going to want to make a little sentiment. So the characters, you get two pieces, or two sheets of this paper that is all these little cutout animals. And you've got a little fence, you've got some pots and some plants, just really adorable. Some little boots and some carrots. So cute. All right, so we're going to decide which little creature we want on the side over here. Maybe let's use something different. We're going to use the duck. Well, we're doing Lost Lagoon as a background. So maybe we'll use this guy because he has a little outfit that is Lost Lagoon. So we can use him. He's cute. And then I just realized we have this little lady down here, this little badger. She has a little, she's knitting. That's really cute too. Really cute. All right, both of those are adorable. We'll have to decide which one. All right. So I'm going to add this to the front of my card, decide on my little critter. So cute. And then make a sentiment. So I made this one a baby card. There are some other sentiments in the stamp set. You've got Some Bunny Loves You, which we can't use because we're not using a bunny. Easter Greetings, Thank You So Very Much, and Hello Friend. So I've already done a thing. Oh, you've got Happy Spring as well. I've also already done a Thank You Very Much card. So let's do Hello Friend tonight. So we'll grab that. some nice small sentiment, so we won't need a long tag. All right, let's just grab a little scrap of white. I just have a scrap here on my desk somewhere. And we'll get some Lost Lagoon. Ooh, maybe some Pebbled Path. Oh boy, there we go. I'm having that kind of night, guys. Okay, so Pebbled Path. Well, that's all right. It's my first video after vacation, so, and now I lost the stamp. Oh boy. I've lost. Oh, there it is under my tag. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. Hello, friend. Perfect. Okay, and then we'll just snip that right off there to use on our card. Okay, so we were going to put this on with some dimensionals. Let's grab some large dimensionals. And we'll put that on our corners. It's also going to help hold your paper onto the back of your frame. And we want to make sure we get some in the middle so we don't have any sagging. There we go. And I think we have plenty of room for our sentiment. So we're going to just center this up right in the middle. And we'll add our little sentiment here. Well, see, it looked like I had a lot of room, but I'll have to put it on top. There we go. All right, let's get this little guy on there. Oh, maybe I like that better. Okay, going with this. We can put some dimensionals all the way up here. And he's covering up the house. Okay, so all the way up here and his little tail. And there we go. And I hate covering up the little details of the frame, but what are you going to do? There we go. And we could actually put another little one right under that butterfly so that it's not saggy. Let's take the top off of one of these. And nothing wants to work for me tonight. There we go. And stick it right underneath that butterfly. There we go. All right, now our little sentiment. We have to remember here not to glue this part down because otherwise your flap won't open. You just want to glue your sentiment right here where it says friend. So your card will still open. There we go. How adorable. All right, let's just decorate it a little bit with some embellishments. I've got some twine, which I think I will just go with the natural color. Make a little bow. And just get that to be the size you want it. And we can stick that on. Oh, this is a little bit larger. There we go. We've got some little, use a glue dot. These are left over from a paper pumpkin kit. I'm just all thumbs today. All right. Get our little bow there. Make it a little shorter. Not too short because I like it to be, I don't know, whimsical looking and kind of long. There. And then maybe just some bling. So I am not sure what I've got in this Lost Lagoon color. I had these little pearls, Riverside Irregular pearls from the Otter set, which are Lost Lagoon, and this is kind of a gray, and then the white. So I think this would be good. I'm thinking maybe the gray. Hi, Lorraine. Thanks for popping on. Okay. Maybe one down here. And maybe a big one over here. We'll make it a little. There we go. All right. So what do you guys think? I love this little set, and I love the paper. And there's just so many different little scenes that you can make with it. So here are those 3 cards, just using the frames and the little critters from these guys. This one was fussy cut from the paper, and these 2 came from that cutout sheet, those 2 little guys. Okay, but this fun fold can be used with so many different papers and for so many different themes. Let me show you a couple others that I made. The embellishments I used were from the Otter, Adorable Otters. Yeah, sweet. So this is the Riverside Irregular Pearls. And I loved these because this is like that Lost Lagoon color. And there's like a gray and then a white. So those are really handy, I think, with the colors in this paper. All right, so another card that I made was with the Ocean Friends bundle and the Friends of the Ocean Designer Series paper. So this is also from the new mini catalog, which now I've lost. Oh, Lorraine, you'll go back and see the video and realize I'm having one of those nights. Okay. Friends of the Ocean is on page 31. So this, again, is a beautiful set of products, and I love these colors for summer. So this one is same fold, just with different paper and different different creatures. And then the last one that I made was with the birthday celebration bundle and the wildflower birthday designer series paper. This you can also find in the mini catalog. In fact, that's what's featured on the front here. And I think, is this page 35? Nope, 43. Okay, so that is this set here on page 43, this suite of products, which is also just gorgeous. And this is a perfect time to make birthday cards so that you're ready for the whole year. Knock them out all at one time till you're ready and you've got them made. So that's this same fold with this paper. This paper also comes with these little cutouts sheets, just like the Storybook Friends. Time for Cake, I just think is the wonderful sentiment. And then inside, I did a little stamping and embossing with gold and Make-A-Wish. This paper is lovely because it's got this gold accent to it as well. Makes it really special for a birthday card or anniversary card. Okay, so that's it for me tonight. Thanks you guys for watching. And if you're catching the replay, make sure that you like and tell me that you are watching the replay so that I know. Let me know what you think of the cards. All right, let's get out of here. Oh, that was quite a workout trying to get this card made tonight. Anyway, I'm out of practice because I haven't had to set this up and do a live for a while now since I was on vacation. But I'm back, and so hopefully we'll get back to a roll here. Anyways, all right. So if you guys have not yet checked out the website and checked out the new catalog, you should do that. There's some wonderful products. Also, some new kits dropped and some new online exclusives. So we will talk about all of those in future videos. I've got some more goodies coming from Stampin' Up, and I'm happy to show those to you when they arrive. All right, so check out my blog this weekend. It will have all the measurements and directions for this card on there. And I think that's it for me. So stay crafty, my friends, and I will see you next week. Thanks.